All right. We're going to do some dev work today. I was just reading some messages I received that I didn't get the time to read before. But hey, let's get started. So, yesterday, I did a couple of things off stream. So the most major thing that I did... Well, there's two big things. Sorry, coffee's gotta go in, okay? Coffee's gotta go in. Alright. So, whenever we were starting the AST managers, whenever we were opening up the module to start parsing C, and we were using our own function, the first things that we were doing is we were parsing the C preprocessor directives using our own code. Now this is something that I wanted to remove, because from my understanding, Syndex libclang is absolutely able to do all of that on their own without any issue. So what we still needed is the ability to check for if-defs, because there's a lot of if-defs through the kernel, and if you don't set them to on, you're essentially running nothing through most include file, through most file in the kernel. So here, the trick that we found was to first tell the system to run even if the path is not supposed to be compiled, so it will parse everything even if it's inside of an if-def that it shouldn't run, but we also enable it so that we have a little bit more thinking from the from libclang, so that the parser does a little bit more of its job, so that we get a more precise result. So the way that we're doing it right now, instead of passing it through our old complex system that we used to do, is that now we are using we are essentially using all the lines. We check for if they start with if-def. If they do, well, no, let's start from the beginning. We have our file, we remove the comments, we divide it in lines, we check which line starts with an if-def, and if they do, then we take only the part of the if-def that we need, so the information that we will use to set the flag on our compiler, and we store it. So this is a little bit of a faster way to go about it. It's also a little bit of a flawed way, because if somebody would have an if-def with a backslash on it, we would be kind of fucked. So right now we're gonna run like that, because I've never seen an if-def with a backslash, and that sounds crazy retarded. But this is a thing that, like, we need to keep in mind. So this allows us to not have a bunch of bugs by modifying these, right? Because we've modified all of these to be way easier to initialize, but also this means that our old system doesn't work. So, okay, that's the first part. First thing that we did. So now we can forget about it. Second thing. We are going to create a new method, a new function inside of a class called stackExec. Now, stackExec, we give it the token, we give it the cursor, and we give it self for the token list, essentially self for the thing processing the tokens, because it gives us access to some cool things. And with that, hi Andrew. Yes, I like to gang stalk you in the morning. I'm in your walls. And with that, it allows us to just test if the thing is an AST, on top of the stack, and if it is, we execute this, and it will essentially process its turn, do its thing, and then we can return either false, where it stays on the stack, or we can return true, where it is removed from the stack. So this will allow us to remove a lot of the bullshit that we would normally set here and put it inside of each individual instance of CPP Pro or whatever the fuck we're playing with. So, well, for now we only have CPP Pro and some CPP Pro. So, now that that's done, let's get into it. So, I just thought about a thing. Fuck. Baller, shot caller. Okay. Nice one. Nice one, Andrew. How you going today? How you doing today? So I wanted to start with the include. So the idea here, let's just run this shit one time. So I'm gonna be able to like show what it does. And let's get Bootlin in there. I really need to have a link to bind.h. Alright. Okay, so we have an include here. Let's look how it works. Okay. I love when it does this. Okay. Alright, I think that's the biggest we can get it. Okay. So. Who's the second person in the chat? Happy to be alive, able to nerd out. Best stream around. Woo! I'd be farting today though. Garlic and curry dinner last night. I'm farting too. It's probably because I make, we could call it a ragu, but it's not really a ragu. I make some goddamn slop for myself, okay? So, because I don't want to make lunches, what I do is I take a big ass pot, I put yellow peas inside of that. Let's put big ass pot. Okay, that's some. Okay, some big ass pot. That's the big ass pot. Okay. So I put inside of a big ass pot yellow peas. I also put like the cheapest part of beef you could find. So beef. I put beef stock. I put potatoes. Potatoes. I put carrots. I also put, I don't know why I put this, but fuck it. I was in the mood for it. I also put chickpeas. They don't fit in at all. Chickpeas. What else do I put in this shit? I think that's all. A dash of salt. A dash of pepper. A little bit of garlic. Is it? No. Onion powder. So that's like survival perfection, okay? It costs fucking nothing. It doesn't taste that bad. And you have everything you need, like your vitamins, your proteins, your everything inside of one big ass stew. But you are going to fart. Hello, finally catching up to live stream right when you're doing the cooking with maple syrup. And you can easily freeze it for later. Absolutely. So, like when I did the big ass batch, I had, I think, 10 portions. And when I say 10 portion, like, it's 10 portions that I forced myself to finish because it is like 2 big portions. I should have made them smaller. So, yeah. Damn, that's arty. What do we mean by arty? Arty. Do you mean like earthy? Like from the earth? Plain in taste? Rough? Yeah, I would say so. Like I slow cooked my my beef, and I probably shouldn't have, because it is like it felt like shredded beef. So the issue the issue when you're doing that is that essentially the only thing that holds itself in your big ass stew is your potatoes, because I chose white potatoes. Like if you choose yellow potatoes, you're gonna end up with potatoes that don't hold themselves. But I chose white, so the only thing that holds itself in my fucking stew is potatoes. And when they're frozen, they feel a little bit weird. I should have just went all in and accepted the fact that it was literal slop, and went with the yellow potatoes. Okay, I do one with lentil, tomato sauce, vegetable. I add fruit de mer, shrimp and scallop later. I do it in the oven. That sounds great. I'm not really anything that comes from the sea, I'm not really like I wasn't brought up with it, right? So like to me it's not it's not appealing, let's put it that way. But for now my daughter doesn't seem to mind these things. Like I went to some person that I care about, let's put it that way, some family. And yeah, they do eat these kind of things, so we tried, and she was like, with shrimp is crevette, right? Crevette. Yeah, she likes crevette. Shrimps. Arty gives heavy nutrient while being filling. You lasts longer on that diet. Especially in the winter time. Stick to the bone. Yeah, yeah, that's the feeling, right? Like the reason why I cook like this is because that's how I learned to fucking survive when I was poor as fuck. So I was trying to make my meals cost, at least for me, less than $1 a day, and the only way that you can go there is with, well, with some kind of beans and some kind of rice, if you want to be balanced. But I wasn't. I only went with beans. So the idea was to reduce red meat. I was a lot on beef. Yeah. Yeah, I know that people talk a lot about red meat. I'm not sure I understand the opposition there. Like people say, oh, like cancer and this and that, and red meat is bad for you. I've never seen an explanation of like the pathways for this. Because I can explain to you like how a bunch of things are bad, right? How too much sugar is bad for you. That's kind of easy. Like you can explain that your system has to manage insulin, and your organs may not be able to provide that insulin all the time. And that also having too much sugar in your bloodstream is something that can damage, like literally damage things inside of your body. But I don't know. Like I have no vision for that. Maybe I should ask AI. You know what? I'm yapping too much for someone that has Google. Why is beef? No, red meat. Red meat considered not good for you. could you explain the pathways in the body making this bad? There is a lot of inflammatory compound in red meat, and those can damage organ. Also bad for circulatory system. Yeah, but I need deeper than that, because inflammation is like the biggest, like, okay. Whenever someone, like, I'm talking about people that sell shit, right? Whenever someone talks about inflammation and talks about it as if it's a big thing, they should, like, you should fucking turn off whatever the fuck you're listening to, because it's not an explanation for anything. Not roasting you, MB, just saying that there's a lot of fucking quack saying inflammation, and like it's nothing. A responsible amount, 2 to 3 times a week is okay. Well, I guess it also, like, you gotta fit it in with the quantity that you eat. Like my diet, if I'm to look at it, like, let's remove the fucking ice cream, because that one doesn't count. But like, it's like chicken, bread, beans, and probably like beef. So yeah. Okay, the scientific consensus on linking high red meat consumption to negative health outcome, as specifically cardiovascular disease and certain cancer like colorectal cancer has evolved significantly in recent years. While it was once primarily blamed on saturated fat and cholesterol, modern biochemistry has revealed several complex overlapping molecular pathways that explain why red meat can be harmful to the body. Here's a breakdown of specific biological pathways that makes high consumption of red meat problematic. I would also really fucking like to know what they mean by high, right? The gut microbiome, TMA pathways, okay. This is currently considered one of the most significant pathways linking red meat to heart disease. Red meat is particularly rich in a compound called L-carnitine, as well as choline. The gut reaction. When you digest meat, L-carnitine reaches the large intestine, where specific gut bacteria metabolize it into a gas called trimethylamine. Okay. The liver oxidation. TMA is absorbed through the gut wall into the bloodstream and transported to the liver. There, a liver enzyme called FMO3 oxidizes the TMA into a compound known as TMAO, trimethylamine N oxide. Okay, I get it. So, essentially... Okay, we're gonna read till the end. The damage, high circulation level of TMAO are highly atherogenic, plaque forming. TMAO alters how the blood handles cholesterol, suppressing and removing the bad cholesterol. Suppressing the removal of bad cholesterol from the artery and promoting its deposition onto the artery wall. It also makes blood platelets hyperreactives. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, inflammation is a thing for me. Psoriasis is aggravated when I eat more inflammatory food. Okay. I don't know what that means. Let me just delve into a quick thing with you. Chronic skin. Oh, okay. Fair. I'm not saying... Let me be precise with my language, because I don't want MB to come away, or, well, Andrew too, with something that I'm not saying. Inflammation is a real fucking problem, right? You can have symptoms that create inflammation. You could have food that will trigger inflammation. That's a real thing. I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is that this pathway, like what triggers inflammation, is more complex than most people on the internet talk about it. So what I see a lot online is that people will say, you have inflammation, and it is because of all of these things that are completely unrelated to inflammation. And then they will sell you quack related to this. And, like, at the end of the day, my understanding is, when you're treating inflammation, you're supposed to treat the source of your inflammation, right? So the source is you have some kind of disease, you have some kind of disorder that is fucking over your system. It might be triggered by some food, I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is that the quack person will blame it on something unrelated, and they will sell you quack related to this. While, like, a doctor will tell you, okay, for your specific source of inflammation, your specific issue, your specific disorder, because in reality, like, everything comes, what you have is not inflammation, it is a disorder causing inflammation, right? You, like, the issue is not, like, inflammation is not a thing in and of itself. Because it shows differently depending on where it is in your body. It's not like, there's not like a molecule of inflammation, right? Inflammation can mean your white blood cells fucking battling it out somewhere. It can mean you're bloated. It can mean, like, it means a lot of things to different people. And what I'm saying is, medicine is supposed to treat an illness or a disease, or at least try to alleviate the symptoms, while these retards, and that's like their favorite fucking word, inflammation, like a modern one that we will hear is mold, right? They're going to say, mold does this, mold does that. But in reality, they're never doing a diagnosis. They're just trying to sell you shit. So that's what I'm saying. Sheesh. I be eating rice, oats, bread, egg, occasionally chicken. I have a garden too. I got lentils in me as of recently, and those take a minute to prepare. Well, that's okay. Not only skin, also impact inflammation. Oh, okay, you were, yeah, okay. Most disease condition, there are so many components in the path that it is hard to really find the real source, but inflammation is often in the path. I don't listen to those elf advisor. Yeah, what I'm saying here... Fuck, I don't know how to... I don't want you to come off with the wrong idea. I'm talking to... Here I'm talking primarily about quack, that essentially talks about inflammation as if it's a magic thing that pops off, and if you don't buy their fucking supplement, like you're going to die. Like, if your doctor tells you there's inflammation and we have to, like, lower it down, it's your doctor. They know better. And I'm not going to deny whatever the fuck they say, right? I'm going to fully agree. I'm just saying that inflammation is like a boogeyman that is created to be blamed for a lot, while most people, this is not their problem. Mega lol. I don't trust like their only medical document with like tests trial. That's retarded, Andrew. I will not get a wrong idea. I know you think I'm stupid and dumb. No! That's not it. Okay. I know that when we're talking about... Let me explain myself, okay? Because I know that you don't think that. I know that you put the little fucking smiley, okay? But I still need to explain, okay? When we're talking about these things that affect you directly, I know that if the idea comes in your head that I'm denying your reality, it can be really bad for your vision of me. And that's not what I'm doing, right? That has never been the goal of what I'm saying here, right? So I'm just trying to make sure, and that's why I'm adding these words. It's not because I think that you're dumb. I'm 100% thinking that you already know this. I just don't want to gamble on it. I'm not going to... Like, I don't want you to have that little feeling where you're like, oh shit, he thinks I'm a fucking retard. Like, okay. I know you know. Okay, I'll leave it. Andrew, yes, I think you're a little retarded, but it's okay. I can explain to you why this is a bad idea. So... You've seen me go through some amount of documentation, some amount of reading shit. And if you can get one thing away from what I've done, is that without context, without knowing a lot of things, it is hard to digest the more advanced knowledge. So, yesterday, I think you were there. Yeah, you were there when I had the old Bank of Canada speech. Like, from what you heard from the central banker, like, I'm sure that 99% of what I fucking said, you, like, it was, like, you're like, where the fuck does he get that, right? But that's because I love that stuff, and I read a lot of that stuff, so I know how to interpret it, right? But if you go in and you look at the documents, assuming that you're doing it, I'm sure that you don't, but assuming that you're really reading, like, some source material and meta studies and all that, you don't know how to interpret that, right? Because you might read a study that was meant to know, like, the lethality of injecting fucking AIDS into rats with, like, some other product, and you'll see the other product and you'll be like, the other product is dangerous. So, like, not knowing how to read a thing and not knowing the lingo, like, related to that thing is a real fucking problem. And that's why, like, especially during COVID, like, people were going fucking wild, like, saying, this is AIDS, this is good, this is bad. While in reality, even the study that they used to prop up whatever the fuck they were trying to prop up was not saying that. So, yeah. You need to trust doctors, because doctors have, like, 10 fucking years in a fucking school to know that shit. So, they know best, and they don't have any, like, they don't get money for lying to you. It puts them in danger if they do that. So, yeah, just fucking trust them. They know best. And you're American, right? You live in the US. I'm asking you, Andrew, if you're still here. I know that only one reality that exists for you is only yours. I accepted that. Fucking hell. American 100%. Okay. In American, there's a big problem because, like, for as much as people yell about healthcare, America has one of the highest level of healthcare availability. And by that I mean that on every fucking street corner, you can find, like, a CVS with a clinic in it, or you can find an urgent care. Like, to us, like, I don't know how fucking unhinged, like, your reality is unhinged to us. So, I'm making a point, okay? I'll get there. So, if I go on over my city, and I do urgent care. Fucking hell, can we not be retarded? Okay, so This is a city of 150,000 people. And there is essentially, is that a real one? I think it is. Like, that's a garage, okay? And there is like 4 places that you can go to seek medical attention. And this one, I think it's a fucking lie, okay? So, 3. And this include 1 hospital, 1... Goddamn, that's not even true. That's not even a real urgent care. Okay. So there's, like, realistically, there's 2 places that you can go, okay? While if you go over the border, and we go, I don't know, Albany, I guess it's a relative same size. Look. Like, this is the amount of urgent care you have. This is the amount of healthcare that you have. It is not the same level. And the issue that this gives is that people will do dumb things, like seeing multiple doctors and trying to get someone to give them a specific answer, right? So that's the problem that I wanted to get at. Fuck, I forgot why I wanted to go there. Fuck my ass. Ah! Rape me! Okay. Now this stream has been delisted. We can now talk about our ISIS planning. No, I'm memeing. Okay. This... Like, there is a problem in the US about too many healthcare, too much healthcare, too much availability, so people do retarded things. And yes, sometimes you will have a doctor that will tell you the not that optimal answer. But, yeah. I want the doctor that gives me the same answer as the internet. You're joking, but Joe Rogan, Tim Pool, and a lot of like big podcaster actually publicly say that they did this during COVID, right? Because they all got, like at some point, COVID, and they really wanted that hydroxychloroquine treatment, or was it the orph-based stuff that they wanted? I don't remember. Anyway, they wanted like that fancy treatment from the internet. So like they were literally publicly saying on their fucking podcast, like, so I went to this doctor and he told me like that he was going to just tell me to wait. And I know that he was like part of the fucking establishment. Like, that's so fucking retarded. Why should I just wait? So I went to that other doctor, he gave me hydroxychloroquine, and the next day I felt so much better. And you're like, bro, the first doctor was right. You waited, and you took a not necessary drug that did fucking nothing, but because you ended up technically waiting, you had a better treatment, right? So that's like, fuck, that's retarded. And in the US, because of how your system is made, that's more common. So like, I can sympathize with the position of a doctor inside of these urgent care, because if they don't give some medication, if they don't like do something, like they might lose a client. While in Canada, if you don't do something, well, you're actually like the best person. Yep, I take that medication for my plan. And there was a shortage during COVID because people were using for COVID for nothing, and I had to endure pain. True. Then that's horrific. Yeah. Like, people seem to... Fuck. Okay. If you want to have the easiest act of your life, okay? Whenever there's an institution, albeit medical, political, whatever thing, okay? If something exists for a long fucking time, and it's somehow trusted by most expert in the field, and some retard is attacking it, the retard is wrong. No matter if their explanation is compelling, no matter what they say, no matter what they say, no matter what they say happened here, they are wrong. That's like a hack. You can just fucking... You gain 20 IQ points just by doing this. It's insane. Because, think about it. If the institution is there, if it is trusted, if it has existed for tens or hundreds of years, it's because it works. If it didn't, it wouldn't be there. So, like, anyway, people that do this shit, like, they kill people. Like, they... I'm so triggered. Like, I can talk to Andrew directly here. The cutting of USAID has already killed over, I think it's 300,000 children. Killed. Like, they're dead. They're gone. And that was done like that because of fucking conspiracy, right? And there's also, like, if we don't only look at children, it's 1 million people. And it's estimated that 15 million people will die because of the cutting of USAID. Like... And that's all because of these retard attacking institutions out of nothing. They have no arguments. So the Catholic religion is right in everything. Well, it depends, right? Where... every institution idea must be scrutinized. I disagree. New and old, no. Because here what I'm talking about is when you're attacking an institution, like, you need to have some fucking backing for your claim. And the way that you should... Okay, if someone says the Pope is a child-raping, baby-eating, like, person, your assumption, you should always, like, if you were to put money on it, should be that it is false. And this is true for governmental institution, this is true for medical, academic institution, all of this stuff. You should always assume that it is false first. And then you can look into the claim, and then you can try to dissect. But the problem is, I think that's where we disagree, MB. You seem to think that most people think. They don't. Most people are retarded. Most people, they hear a thing, they repeat a thing. So, saying things like, everything needs to be scrutinized, what it does, in reality, it means that we are going to put on the same pedestal the liar, so this is the liar, and the institution. We are going to say that both of them need to be scrutinized as much. So, what you're, without saying it, that's what you're doing, but without, like, thinking about it, you're saying the same one, their claims are the same. While in reality, if we were to put them on like a real fucking ground, this retard has nothing to lose. He's in the bottom right here. He's trying to win fucking clout. And the institution has this fucking history of knowledge and wealth of information and being right about so many fucking things. So this person, like, we need to stop thinking that people will have judgment and will be able to weigh the moral or weigh the truthfulness of a claim. They have no ability to do that. So the heuristic that I'm proposing for most people is that we just say, this person is a retard, and if you want to, like, go into it, you gotta make some research, and by make some research, you need to first understand this wealth of knowledge. You need to first understand why this exists without the explanation from this guy. If that's not the case, you're retarded, right? So let's just start with the heuristic. Start with the easy. A heuristic is an easy way, like a shortcut of thinking. It is to say, this guy is a retard. Okay. My grandma passed away because she was having a stroke in a nursing home. After they closed it for like a few days during COVID outbreak, I visited almost daily, and they said she was old, about time. They left her in that state for days, not checking on her. I get it. Like, Andrew there, I would tell you, I can understand the pain that you can feel, knowing that, like, your loved one was suffering. Like, that's fucking bad, right? But we must also put things into context. that these people, like I'm not saying that they didn't do something bad. I don't know, like, how they worked. Like, let's be honest, these people during COVID, shit was fuck, right? If they give COVID to a grandma, they're going to have a lawsuit on their end, or, like, it's going to be shit. But if they don't check in on them enough, they're fucked too. And, like, it's hard. It's hard, right? There's a hard balance there. And the institution must also have some base for their claim. But they have, right? That's the issue. Show with some verifiable result. Okay, that's the optics. With that optics, right? The optics that people won't be able to discern. Yes, people have no ability for that. I forget that people are stupid. Yeah, I had to step away and get some water. I ate people enough. That's fair. But, like, fuck. And that's let's just before I get into code, okay? Let me make one last fucking point. Like, when you say I forget that people are stupid, we need to keep in mind that we are stupid too, right? Like, we are not smarter than them. And that's probably the saddest fucking thing. That if you were getting on your feed on YouTube or whatever you watch, if you were getting things spammed to you enough, you would believe them and you would do the same. You would be the same retard. You don't have a better capacity to have access to data that you don't have access to, right? You cannot know if Tylenol is good for you without either A, trusting an expert, or if you're not trusting an expert, you cannot divine, you cannot know the wealth of literature on Tylenol, or if the quack saying that it gives you AIDS is right. Because you cannot divine, you don't have that information into your mind, right? The only reason that you know that Tylenol is safe is because you know that since you've been a child, you've used fucking Tylenol, and everybody uses Tylenol, so it must be safe. But you don't know, right? You haven't read the studies. And that's something that I think people fucking forget, is that you can have 4 trillion IQ, but if you're not going to look at the data, it's very easy for you to, like, mentally put yourself in a position like this. Like, I don't think that I'm the dumbest person alive, but I was a fucking, like, neo-Nazi, basing myself on the fact that black people were genetically inferior, right? And that's something that I thought about a lot. A lot. But the reality is, I needed to engage with the material, right? And as soon as I engage, I painfully read the bell curve, which is like the mother of all fucking racism claim. And yeah, I saw that it was fucking retarded, and then watch some fucking banking stuff, because yeah, thank you, central bank, you got me out of racism. Okay, we are people too. So is Soylent Green. What? What the fuck? I don't know what that meant. I know that Tylenol is not safe for me. Too many medication taxing kidneys. Yeah, that's fair, right? And I know that because of a doctor and a pharmacist. Yeah, right. That's what we should do. We should trust them, right? It's a little bit like is it Tylenol that I cannot metabolize? I got a big ass trash truck just having some fun. Maybe it will. I'll talk about it here. Who the fuck knows? Elephant placation. Maybe not. Like I can actually metabolize it. It's just like weak. So anyway, effect on drugs. Paracetamol, acetaminophen. That's not. Yes, that's Tylenol. Fuck me. Yep. So yeah, like for me, taking Tylenol has never really made that much. Like for my whole life, I was like, why do people take these? It feels like they do nothing. And it was like, oh, that's why. It touches euthanasia and government control. Oh man, don't let me get in on that. Rectal Tylenol. Sure, I highly recommend reading a random medical paper before we assume that these doctors are big brain computers. Specifications are harder, in my honest opinion. No, you're a high fucking retard. No, you're highly retarded for saying that. Okay, go read this. Okay, go read this. That's like that's like not even the whole fucking study. Okay, it's part of it. Because normally you have to buy it to see it as whole. Or maybe not that one. Like, go read all of this. Let's just read the conclusion. Many CYP continue to experience symptoms after SARS-CoV-2 infection. Effort to aid early identification and intervention of those most in need is warranted, and the consequence of COVID-19 for CYP calls for long-term follow-up. What the fuck did we learn here? What information did you get? Nothing. Because you cannot read that stuff. Like, fuck. I don't know how to imprint on you that you are in... Let me make a graph of confidence, okay? This is the quantity of knowledge that you have on a thing. And this is your confidence of how much you know a thing. And right now you're here. You're a retard, okay? And you'll find out later, probably by reading more if you're truly passionate about this, that holy shit, there's so much that I didn't know. And yes, doctors cannot know everything. They don't know the latest studies on everything. But their training still puts them like over here, right? On the like 90th percentile of knowledge, while you're over here on the 10th percent knowledge, okay? Just want you to keep that in mind, that if you don't believe that I'm right now, like, unless that you show me that you went to school for this, that you actually have a fucking certification, I'm going to tell you that later in your life, when you're going to be at like fucking 20% knowledge, and you're going to be here, you're going to look back and you're going to say, holy shit, Maple was so fucking right. I was such a retard. Nobody knows for sure how the body works. Well, we have good guesses. So to understand how to fix it is even harder. Computer stuff is a known thing, and it is just coordinating messages. Okay, I do agree with that framing. Yeah. sorry, the reason why this triggers me is because when we say that, often we come back with that issue where we put two things on the same pedestal, right? So that's why I was like, but no, your full statement makes sense. All right, fuck this. We're good. We now know. Thank you, red meat. Thank you, red meat. Oh, did I have it like in the background somewhere? Oh yeah, we did. Okay. Okay, includes code. What the fuck is this? True. Okay. So, yeah, I was at the second part of my fucking thing, okay? So now we have this stack exec method. When a function is inside of a class, it's called a method, right? I'm not retarded here. Okay, so... based. If then, if then, if the then. True. Oh, thank you, Sam, for being here. Okay. So... we can run this related to whatever the fuck is on stack. Unless you're a closed source engineer for a living or trying to build initiative frameworks to write software for proprietary machine. I'll fucking kill myself. Okay, even on, like, the most proprietary fucking thing, we have a good fucking understanding of how everything works. Like, people saying that Windows is closed source so that you don't know much is retarded. Most API shows a lot. We know a lot about how it works, okay? Much more than you think. I'm probably triggered at something you didn't say. It's okay. It's okay. I'm triggered today, okay? I'm lit. I'm fucking lit. Okay. The body is closed source, and we are trying to reverse engineer it. The body is more complex than than any computer system. Yes, because just like MBE said, if we want to make that that observation, like that comparison, like a computer, you can have like the base layer, we know what the fuck it is. Then you have the maybe the closed source component that we maybe don't know how it is, but we can have like a specific guess on it. And then you have the API, which are all known. The body, we don't know how the fuck that works, like 100%. We don't fucking know how it interacts 100%. And we're not even fucking sure what it's supposed to do or how it will react. So it's not the same thing because this one is fucked at so many levels. Not saying that the doctors don't know much. They know way the fuck more than fucking hydroxychloroquine drinking, cum slurping Joe Rogan. But still, this is way the fuck more easy to reverse engineer. Okay, that's why you have to pray to Space Alien to gain quantum insight. True! Just pray harder. You know what? I relate to that, because whenever I think about elections, I'm just there and I yell, vote harder, okay? When I put the pen to the paper and I fucking, I vote harder. So the fact that you pray harder, I feel that's relevant. That's relevant. We feel that. Medicine is trying to reverse engineer the body. True. Yep, that is true. We don't even know what a normal working condition for the body is. Yes. Yes. That's why studying pathways in the body is important. Anyway. I don't know why my hairs look like that retarded shit. Okay. Which alien should I pray to? I pray every day that Jesus Christ, Mark Carney, stays with us for as long as possible. I go and kneel to his altar. It's in my bathroom, okay? When Shorty walks in the room with a big butt, I can identify a normal working condition. True. Drink a potion made out of frog toenail, newt, guano, lion, drools, and cum. trademark. Okay. 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 Fuck this. Fuck this. Includes. Okay, let's do the include. So, we detect that it's an inclusion directive. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. I'm being retarded here. Okay. Alright. Maple makes a lot of cunt joke. I think he's bi. Only for you, Sam. Okay. Oh, man. We're being gay in here. Well, no, that's not true. There's Mark Kearney too, okay? I would absolutely smash. Mark, I'm gay for Carney. Okay, that's... Enough! Can we fucking code? Holy shit! Okay, inclusion directive. Chris Hansen. Take a seat. Explain me what you meant by Mark Carney, fuck my ass. I would accept you raping me anytime. Isn't Mark Carney like fucking 60? I'm 19. I know you're just kidding. Oh no! Oh no! I don't know. Are we violating some laws if you're 19? Or isn't the cutoff 18? Probably depends on the state. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, enough bullshit. So we had the CPP Pro include inside of the thing. Well, in some state probably, yeah. The cutoff is 18. Okay. Well, I mean, fuck! We're not going to do anything today, but do some retarded shit.
Trouble in paradise? Those are the reports coming out of Washington today as fractures seem to be emerging in the GOP between the Republicans' pro-pedophilia wing and the party's extremely pro-pedophilia wing. Infighting between the two pedophile coalitions reaching new levels of intensity in recent weeks, leaving GOP leadership to question how best to handle the future of their party's sexual attraction to minors. ONN's Jason Copeland joins us now from Washington with the latest. Jason, you've been in close contact with Republican insiders. What are you hearing?
Yeah, Dwight, well, this is really a battle for the soul of the Republican Party, plain and simple. You know, the GOP has historically welcomed a wide net from pederasts to ephebophiles, and there's always been, you know, sort of moderate support for sexual attraction to children, but many in the base are now asking for a more full-throated endorsement, and like you said, this is really about the party of pedophilia's future. Right now it's looking a little bit split.
And the split playing out very publicly on social media just yesterday, with Senator Tom Tillis replying pretty tepidly to the most recent Epstein Files revelations.
Yeah, that's right. He's publicly calling everything in the Epstein Files cool, which, frankly, you know, to pro-pedophilia voters, this comes off as a pretty lukewarm endorsement of child sex trafficking.
Which just isn't going to cut it in the post-Trump era of Republican pedophiles. A new Gallup poll showed only 44% of Republican voters being in favor of pedophilia, with another 43% being very in favor of it.
Yeah, and that's really what we're talking about here, Dwight. You know, for the last 10 years, the entire party has been jockeying for who's going to succeed Donald Trump as the face of American pedophilia. And right now, Republicans are looking closely at some local elections for insight. And this centrist versus extreme dynamic is playing out in Republican primaries across the country. This is Utah State Senator incumbent Matt Riggs staking out the more moderate position on child sex abuse.
I think my record speaks for itself. No one, and I do mean no one, was more upset than me the day Millie Bobby Brown turned 18. I am a staunch and committed pedophile.
Pretty boilerplate talking points.
Exactly. You know, it's a lot of the same old promises that many just aren't believing are going to resonate in exactly the same way anymore. And especially when you compare it alongside the more energized campaigns of some of the more charismatic sex criminals running, like Riggs' opponent Brock Granite, political outsider who fired back in a podcast appearance earlier this week.
Seducing underage boys and girls is a bedrock founding principle of the Republican Party. And it sickens me to see my opponent swoop in and try and steal valor from the real pedophiles on the ground. I looked it up. In the Epstein files, this guy's name appears less than 300 times. It's performative pedophilia.
Now, Senator Riggs has already responded on X saying, quote, "I enjoy molesting as much as the next red-blooded American pedophile. I just don't make it my whole campaign. We need to be responsive to kitchen table issues, or the only ones left at the table will be adults." Jason, these are strong words being said against fellow pedophile party members. Is there any...
Goddamn, that the onion is too good. The onion is too good. Oh, man. I like them too much. Okay. But that's the feeling. Check your DMs. Alright, I'm checking DMs. Alright, I'll show it to the whole group.
Here's a disgusting fact. In Iran, if a 12-year-old girl is forcefully impregnated by her father, she must carry the baby to term or she'll spend the rest of her life in prison. Oh, damn, did I say Iran? I meant Mississippi, Alabama, and Texas.
Drew! Holy shit! Holy shit! Drew! Well, yeah, they already, they bought it. Yeah, it's already done. Yeah. Holy shit. The Republicans are... Like, for as much as I can get triggered about the conservative, like... I don't know. I don't think that I can say whatever the fuck I would do if... Look, let's just say that in an alternative world where we're not talking about the United States, but there is there are two very strong ladies that have previous political office, like Hillary Clinton, and I don't know, let's take Mad Maxine Waters, okay? And if they were to, I don't know, win the election, I would be totally in them lining up the previous organization, streaming it live on TV, and executing them in front of the whole population. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. All right. That's the TLDR for today. Yeah, it's bad and sad. Like, how fucking demonic must you be to tell a 12-year-old that got raped to keep a baby to term because you're too retarded to know that your religion is not saying that you should keep the fucking baby to term? Did I say baby? I meant fucking fetus. It's a clump of cell, bro. Okay. Like, there's threshold in life. And I think that the leading Republican in the US, they have passed the Russian threshold for me, right? More curse stuff in the DM. You're trying to kill me, bro. I hope that it's funny, and you should play this once. Decide if you really want to show it. Okay, yeah, but okay, I'll cut the sound. Give me a second. You know what? I won't even... I'll fucking go. Okay.
Oh, hey, boys.
I think the idea... I know the idea. What the fuck?
Ball Wizard, how in the hell did you manage to pull I'm sorry, what are you, ma'am?
A dragon, sweetie.
Oh.
Sweetie?
Damn, Ball Wizard, you weren't lying. If I ain't careful enough, I may step on you.
Please do.
What?
What?
You're a little weirdo, you know that?
I know. Wait a minute. Ball Wizard, if she's a dragon, then how come she's half human?
Yeah, I can shapeshift.
So wait, you can just turn into a dragon?
Pretty much.
Ball Wizard, you remember that thing you said we can do if we ever get a dragon? Ball Wizard, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, I did owe him a favor. You ready, Toots?
Yes, Mommy. Thanks, man. You a real G.
Bro, all of that for that. Sam, you are something else, okay? You are... you are something else. Oh, man. Yeah. Anyway, let's try to fucking shed our minds off of this retarded conservative ideals. I'm praying every day, and I don't even believe in God. That if a God exists, he fucking punishes these people. Holy fuck. Gooner memes. Code. Oh yeah, when I'm starting doing this, my daughter is going to be so, like, mind broken. I started, because she often gets mad for no reason. So whenever I see that she is about to, like, get mad, I tickle her, but I do the sound like a McDonald, right? Dee-doo-dee, dee-dee-dee, dee-doo. She's going to associate McDonald's sounds with fucking tickling. Oh, I like that. I like that idea. Oh, man. Alright. So. Let's start doing shit. Why? Why? No. Well, it's not as if I have the choice. Your daughter isn't far from her father, getting triggered by nothing. True. If my daughter is like 1% like me, we're screwed. We're so screwed. Didn't tell my brother. He should. I did tell my brother should personally. There's no problem there. Like, I know that you're a gooner, so might be our Canadian dictator. What? Are you telling me that my daughter might be the Empress of Canada? I'm in. Okay. Just after we annex half of Canadian state, half of American states. Fucking hell. No, based the Canadian states. I'm in. Annex 80. Part of Russia. The Northern Path. Yeah, that would be a good territory. We need def cams. Okay, let's let's talk about something else. Face, but sexual attraction is funny. Yes, I know you're weirdly you're weird sexual, okay? I know. I see you. Alright, give me half a second, I need to pee. I will also go B. Okay, fair. Everything north of the 41st parallel should be Canadian, not just North America, but the whole globe. I don't know about this. What's the 41st parallel? 41st parallel. Bro, could I have a fucking line? Okay, but I need 41st, bro. Bro, fuck you. Ah. Yes, but we also need... There's probably going to be some parts here that we need as well. And we need California. No, we are the Empire, okay? No kingdom here. No basic bitch shit. Wait, what the fuck? Oh... Well, maybe that's not something that I would want. Okay, France, part of Spain. Well, Germany, I like them, but I like the not retarded part. Let's put it that way. Maybe that's too much. I want Minnesota to become part of Canada. I agree with that. Get us the fucking Minnesota is here, right? I'm not retarded. No, that's Michigan. Fuck, I'm always mixing the two. Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota is the northern star state. Right, so that's here. Yeah, I'm not retarded here. I'm coping right now. For Sam, we will include Minnesota. Well, Minnesota was always at the right place. But yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure that the Minnesota people would absolutely fucking... They are Canadian at this point. Well, yeah, the split of the 51st, the 41st is here. And Minnesota is here. So, yeah, it is. Sorry. Oh, mine is too. Okay, don't worry about that. I tried to do the thing where you learn the US states, but I kind of gave up. Oh, fuck. No, I have a compulsion. We're doing GeoGuessr, okay? Fuck code. In my mind, was more south. Well, no. Minnesota is the... You're thinking about Mississippi. Minnesota, their flag is in French. Well, their old flag. It's l'Étoile du Nord. So... I'm going to trash that name. Like we can... can we have the old flag, please? Étoile. State motto, l'Étoile du Nord. We're doing a fucking... No, not that one. I don't like these one. I want Sarasota, whatever. Cetera, okay. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Why do I have notifications? Is it Mark Carney? No, it's something that I can care about later. Let's fucking go! Okay, Senegal. Whew! Okay, I believe this is the Gambia, so that's the river, right? And Senegal is the fuck state that doesn't have rivers. Ooh! Equatorial Guinea. Shit. I think that's the little thing here, but I may be a little fucked on the equator. The equator is here, right? because it passes through the state of Ecuador. Yeah, okay. Uruguay is under Paraguay, right? Paraguay, Uruguay. Montserrat. I have no fucking clue where the fuck that is. It's probably one of these trash state. Ah, shit. I'm fucked. Or maybe it's one of these. Fuck, I'm guessing. US Virgin Island, British Virgin Island, and Guinea. Ah, okay. Malaysia. Malaysia is here. No, no, no! That's the Maldives. Retard. Malaysia is here. Fuck. Barbados. Is Barbados this one? That's Tobago, Trinidad, or whatever the fuck. And that's Barbados, right? Oh, yeah. Kuwait. Get me my Kuwait. Because when we think about getting invaded by Iraq, that's Kuwait. Can you use the scrolling globe map projection with... I don't think that's an option. Is that an option? If it is, I'll do it, but... Oh. Okay, no, that's AIDS. Okay, that's the map thing. I'm not sure I like this one. Fuck. Okay, no. If you have the website, I'll take it. Oh, shit. Oh, you are asking? Oh, no, I don't think it's possible. Alright. Bahamas. If not, we know what the net... True! The Bahamas. Bahamas, that's here. Burundi. I'm not sure. Is Burundi the strip? No, 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 no. I'm mixing things up. Burundi is under Rwanda, right? You've got... What the fuck is this one? Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi. Kiribati. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Kiribati, you have the wave on the flag and the little sun, like it feels like we're... Yeah, okay. Eritrea. That's the... Oh, wait. Fuck, I'm fucking things up right now. Somalia? Somaliland? Which one is this one? That's Ethiopia? This one is... I don't know, I have like Tigray. But that's not... It's this one, right? Djibouti, fuck! I should have known. Hungary. Okay, I always mix Bulgaria and Hungary. So, Laos. Laos is... Well, it's fun with Laos when you speak French because Laos, Lao, means up there, right? So you have another state that you feel that should be there, and then you have Lao. So, you know, anyway. North Korea, we know that one. Tajikistan. Shit. That's Kazakhstan. That's Uzbekistan, I think. Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, I think. Yeah, okay. Lesotho. Is Lesotho the... Lesotho's the middle one, right? Yeah. Palestine. Portugal. Argentina. is the bottom one. Turkey. Somalia, that's the horn. Bhutan. Bhutan's that little nugget. Bro, stop moving. Okay. Cambodia, right? You have Laos and you have Cambodia. Qatar. Qatar is the... Which one is Bahrain? Bahrain is up and Qatar is bottom? Fuck, I'll mix them. Bahrain is up. Yeah, okay. Cuba, we know Cuba. Djibouti, we fucked it up earlier. Liechtenstein, that's the little border state here. Uzbekistan, that's the one that borders Kazakhstan. Oman, that's the one right here. Iraq invaded Kuwait. Yemen is the shit state that tries to blockade this strait. Democratic Republic of Congo, so you've got two Congo, you've got the Republic right here, and you've got the, non-democratic and the democratic one. They're not really democratic, but who gives a fuck, okay? We love Ukraine. That's Ukraine. Okay, no. Memeing. Pakistan. Pakistan is that one, right? You've got Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan, India. Yeah. We're good. Slovenia. So Slovenia, the way I remember it is because Italy invaded it. So Slovenia is here. And the thing with states that start with S and that have a flag like this is that you have like Czechia, you have Slovakia, you have Serbia, right? They all look the fucking same, but you gotta remember that Slovenia was invaded by Italy. Okay. Well, I believe they were. If not, they're near, okay? United States. Transnistria. Actually, there's news on Transnistria. Transnistria was a territory that the Russian stole from Moldova. And right now, Moldova actually are doing a blockade on Russian official from Transnistria because there's a river running through, and that's how Transnistria could be like refueled from the Russian. So they're pushing to, like, Moldova will probably re-annex these communist fucks, those Russian fucks, which is great. Georgia. So Georgia is that big slab here. It's getting eaten by Russia, but yeah. Japan, we know Japan. Chad. Chad is the one that's in the middle, okay? It's the Chad, it's a big fucking block, it's in the middle, it's mostly desert. Not much to say. Suriname. Suriname is, again, you got to think about it as the middle. So here you have a territory of France. You have Suriname. After that you have... Not Guadeloupe. What the fuck is its name? I don't remember. And then you have Vuvuzuela that's trying to annex here. So Suriname. Belarus. That's the Russian proxy. Oh, those are hard for me. Those are hard for me. Honduras. I never know what the... Like, you have Nicaragua, and then you have, like, Guatemala and Honduras somewhere in here. I think Guatemala is the border with Mexico. So I'll go with Honduras middle. Alright, we're good. What the actual fuck is actually doing this? Yes! Maple has wireless internet connection directly implemented in his brain. For real, he is really curious and learned too many things. Nanobots in the COVID shot apply. You see, you should have went with the fucking... This is why you should have chosen Pfizer for your shots. Okay. Madagascar, we all know the island, right? The movie. Madagascar, they're on the island of Madagascar. US Virgin Islands. So that's the upper one. I think. Fuck! What? Oh no, it makes sense! It makes sense, because that's Puerto Rico. And that's, fuck, US Virgin Island. Okay. Oh, Liberia. I don't know if you guys know the history of Liberia. It's actually very fucking funny. So, let me drink. MBE where it broke in debugging clearly for you. To get a girl, you must reboot before you unplanned reboot is mandatory. So, seems like it. So, Liberia, the fun thing is that there were a bunch of, we know there was, and there still is, slaves in the US or descendants of slave. And essentially there was a movement to go back to Africa. So that movement, what they did is they took a lot of black people, and that was like a black movement, okay? This was, from my understanding, done by black people. They took a bunch of people, they took up arms, and they fucking conquered, like, this piece of territory. And if you look at it, it's pretty small from your point of view. I guess I could maybe, like, zoom it in. Can I, copy? Like, when you look at it... Whoops. I fucked it all up. Okay, anyway, when you look at it, it looks like you invaded. It literally looks like you dump people there, and they fucking... So, that's how I remember it. But, fun fact, when you look at their, like, history, they went there and they tried to create, like, their own republic US style, and that's why they have that that flag. And you look at their history and it's like, oh yeah, they went there and they oppressed the fuck out of the local people. And you're like, what the fuck is this? So you're telling me that you got like the bad white people that come in, that take you, and that like destroy your identity. And then you go back and you're like, they might be our brothers, but I'm fucking colonized! Like, that's next level. Anyway, I like the history of those small places. It's always fun. Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe is an island. I never fucking know which one is which. God damn, it's hard. I think it's one of the northern ones. But I might be fucked. Or is it the... Like, if I'm doing the count here, that's Tobago Trinidad, or whatever the fuck its name is. That's Grenada? Grenada St. Vincent, or something like that. Then you have... Oh, I think St. Lucie is there, and that's something else. So that's probably... Fuck! Fuck! I almost got it. Okay. Guadeloupe. It's here. France. We know France. Mexico. We know Zambia. That's Namibia. That's Angola. And that's Zambia, right? Oh. Malawi. Malawi, I think it's a strip that goes along the... That's Lake Victoria, I think? Like, let's click and let's Google Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria. Am I fucking things up here? Yep, I'm fucking things up. Can we go to map? What the fuck kind of strip is this? Lake Malawi. Well, that's pretty fucking easy, hey? I'll remember it for the rest of my life now. Aruba. Aruba? So here you have the different islands that are part of the Netherlands. The Kingdom of the Netherlands. So you have Aruba. You have... I don't remember. You have Aruba here. Okay, we're gonna think about this later. Maldives. Egypt. Kenya. Kenya is right here. It's bordered Ethiopia and Uganda. And Tanzania. We have India. Whoop, there's a glitch. Austria doesn't have that flag. Okay, thank you. It's realized. Okay, Austria. Austria is here. Uganda, that's here. Right, it borders... Like, the way that I remember this region is I think about Rwanda, which is the middle, and then you know that Uganda is to the north. You know that Rwanda is trying to attack the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Burundi to the south does absolutely fuck all. Uganda too tries to stabilize and attack the Congo, but they're less aggressive. Rwanda is like unhinged. But they also, from my understanding, since the genocide, they've like grown a lot. They're doing great. I think African American Christian who proselytes are, in a very twisted way, ironic, because they adopted the framework used to oppress them. They push it on others. All Christian I know are chill. Going off on a thing about Liberia. Yeah, but I'm laughing about it, but I also understand the circumstance that they're on, right? Because we have to remember that we could say pre-Second World War, like that's pretty easy to say. Pre-Second World War, like colonizing a people and making a land for yourself was just the basic. And whenever we were in a post-Second World War world, then there was a big rise, well, it was post-First World War. There was a big rise in nationalism, so shit became way more genocidal for a few moments. But yeah, like that was the thinking at the time, right? Like today we are like displacing a few people and we yell genocide and ethnic cleansing. Back then, it was assumed, right? When you had a new leader coming into a land, unless they were an empire trying to subjugate a kingdom, the idea was, we're coming into the land, you either get the fuck out or we kill you, right? So that was the basic. So, yeah. Just saying it's ironic. Even if not funny. Yeah, it is, right? It's ironic that when we look at the southern half of Africa, like a lot of them are Christian, while like it was the main fucking thing used to fuck them up. Like it was one of the justification that was left to say that they're like, oh, we're doing a good thing, we're colonizing them and we're using religion to help them and to civilize them, right? So a little bit of a meme. Graydon Square is a rapper that talks about that perspective. I am Christian, though I had a spiritual experience, so, okay. Nayu. So it's part of some British thing. Okay. That's probably going to be pretty fucking hard. It's for sure in here. I'll try to remake my map here. So here... Oh, fuck. I don't think that it's these two. That's American Samoa. That's Samoa. That's... I don't know what that is. That's Fiji. That's Tonga. I don't know what that is. Well, maybe that's American Samoa and that's... Samoa. I'll go for this one. Tokalo. I'll go for this one then. Niue. Okay, Niue is there. I have no vision for what the fuck they do. Niger. So what's fun is if you want to remember which one is Niger and which one is Nigeria, just think about them floating. Or which one is heavier. So Niger is on top because it's lighter. And Nigeria is on the bottom because it's heavier. Andorra is the state in between France and Spain. Thailand is the one that goes a little bit like down. Czechia. So the way that you remember Czechia, pretty simple. Before, in World War II, it was a state called Czechoslovakia, right? So Czechoslovakia. Easy. Israel. So Israel, you have the little thing here. Cyprus is the island. Canada. Northern Mariana Island. I don't know. Mariana? What does this even reference? Because I'm not sure if we're talking about like like Northern Mariana Island. To me, that sounds like US own, but I don't think that it would be here. It doesn't make sense. So it's probably somewhere here. Or maybe here. Here? Cayman. Fuck. Fuck, I don't know where it is. The Mariana Trench? I don't know. My spiritual was when I was 90% asleep. I saw the Imae of the Rhino one night about okay. Okay, we're good, we're good. Yeah, I'm lost. Fuck, I don't think that it's one of these. I need to think. Is there a skip button? No? Okay, fuck me. Where, the Mariana Trench, where would that be? Like, my understanding, when I hear Mariana Trench, I think about, like, a... Actually, I don't know anything. Mid-Atlantic? Oh yeah, that would make... Which one is there? You've got the Bahamas, and then you have a quasi-US territory here. So US Virgin Island? It could be here? Turk and Caicos. Fuck me. So last one. Okay. So Tuvalu is here, that's not it. That's Guam? Or is this one Guam? I'll go with this one. Ah! Fuck, it... Oh, it makes so much sense now. Okay. It's here, so Guam is here. We're gonna know for the next time. Vatican City. That was back when I was hard giving up. But that told me to keep going. Well, that's cool. Don't give up, Sam. By the way, Sam, how's it going with your job? Do you have the job, or are you keeping it? What's going on with that? Keep me updated, brother. The Monroe Institute is a college that teaches method of position. They have tapes of people half asleep, dumping info they never had inference on. Well, then it's bullshit, Andrew. I got the internship. Ooh, that's great. What do your hours look like? So Jordan, that's here, right? When you think about Jordan, you want to think about a weak state that is somehow always somewhere linked to, like, Israel and the West Bank, but that also never made anything big anywhere. Okay, Benin. The Benin region is hard as fuck, because you have Togo, which is a strip, you have Benin, which is a strip, and you have another thing, I don't remember. So that's the Ivory Coast. Then you have, is it like Ghana? No, Ghana is, that's Gabon, that's Ghana. Then you have, is it Togo or Benin? Fuck, I never know. Togo's the middle one, right? Benin is the right wing one. Yes, it's the right one. Okay. The experience was 3 years ago. I'm pretty solid now. Still, functionalist, nihilist. Okay. Estonia. So, want to remember the Baltics? Really easy. So, ELL, okay? Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. So, Lithuania, we know it's bigger, it's more to the south. Estonia, it's blue on the flag, it's up, right? Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Libya, it's right here, right? A big one for me mentally that's hard is not fucking it up with Algeria. But when I think about Algeria, I overwhelmingly try to remember France, right? France tried to colonize Algeria big time. We're gonna talk about this later, I guess. Libya. Okay. Sao Tome and Principe. So you have Sao Tome and Principe, and you have the Green Island or something, I think. All right, Iceland. We know Iceland. Bulgaria. That's the one that's connected to Turkey. Samoa. So I think, yeah, I think on that map. Oh shit, I don't remember if. Yeah, that would be American Samoa, and that's Samoa. And if I am fucking up, that means that it's to the right. Okay, yeah, we're good. Gabon. Gabon is shaped like a G, right? Look at this. This little state, that's shaped like a G. Gabon. Morocco. In French, Maroc. Okay. It's the corner. And that too is, if I'm not mistaken, it's French colonization. Yes, I think it is. Yes, it is. I'm retarded. Okay, Netherlands. Netherlands are here, right? They invaded everywhere from here. Guinea. Fuck. So here, we're talking about a state that's in here, and that one is a little hard for me. Because you have the Gambia, you have Senegal, you have Guinea-Bissau, which I never remember if it's this one or this one. I think Guinea-Bissau is the small one, and Guinea is the big one. Yeah. Half of Africa is French colonization. Yes, but they have like very different history of colonization, right? So when I was talking about Algeria, is because Algeria, for a moment, France was actually considering Algeria as France proper. So in their law, like, Algeria was literally, like, if you look at map of France, it would not show like part of the French Empire. It would say, this is France. So that's kind of next level. South Ossetia. So South Ossetia is a part of, well, it's been annexed by Russia. I think Ossetia is the left one, and then there's another territory that I remember, that I don't remember the name. But it's an annexed, unwillingly territory by Russia. Abkhazia, yeah, fuck me. Ossetia is that one. Angola, fun fact, communism, and it was supported by Cuba in its fight. So before, South Africa was weirdly shaped, and it included Namibia, and even if I'm not mistaken, part of Angola. And essentially there was a big-ass civil war here, so they were pushed back. So yeah, Angola is part of this. Tokelo, we saw it, it's here. So, is there a way that I can remember this? The boat is a little bit on the longer side. So this is a little bit on the longer side. I guess I'll remember that. Marshall Island. Fuck, that's... I think this is the Federation of Island thing. This is the Marshall Island. Yes, it is. Okay. Grenada. So here we have the team, the grenade team. So Grenada is the bottom one. Dominican Republic is the safe, like, part of the island of Haiti. Cook Island. Cook Island is one of these. I think it's the one that's the most to the that's most to the right. Pitcairn Island. Oh fuck, now I'm not sure if it's one of these two. Because I think that this is French Polynesia. Or is it this one? Fuck. Cook? Yeah, Cook. Okay. So here, the island here, I always confuse them. So I think that it's... you have Comatos, something like that. That's here. Then you have Mauritius. Then you have Seychelles. Yeah. Nauru. Nauru is this one, I think. Because it's under... Like, there's a star. It's under the line. Yeah, okay. Bosnia and Herzegovina. You just say Bosnia, okay? Bosnia is the fucked one that's inside of the croissant created by Croatia. So it's the middle one here. United Kingdom, we know that. Burkina Faso is the little croissant shape that we have here. South Africa, we all know where the fuck that is. Costa Rica. Costa Rica, if we look at the map here, you've got the Panama Canal, and then you've got Costa Rica. So, Panama, Costa Rica. Federated State of Micronesia. Yeah, that's the one that I was trying to describe here. Nigeria, like I said, under Niger. Cayman Island, we clicked on it by mistake. Togo is the middle strip. Tuvalu, that's where we get the .tv from. Those islands are fucking sinking and they're not going to exist, but if I'm not mistaken, they have an arrangement with the US to like have citizenship. So that's the one. Lithuania, that's this one right here. Sierra Leone, I think that's the middle chunk here, because here we have Liberia, we have Ivory Coast, and Ghana. So that would make this Sierra Leone. Greenland. Dakar, Central African Republic, is literally at the center. This place is fucked, okay? I looked into it, and they have one of the most funny thing that I've seen. Wait a minute, I gotta blow my nose for this. Okay. So they had like a dictator essentially take power. Greenland doesn't exist anymore. It is a state of the US now. RIP. So yeah, France took took that place, right? that's what they do. And then they gain independence, and they gave it to who's the guy? Yeah, they gave it to Boganda, and then Boganda died. So his cousin David Dako took control. So that guy was like, he was there chilling, governing the country, and then boom, fucking Dako is overthrown by like another guy. And then you scroll down, that other guy ends up being overthrown by France, so Dako comes back to power, and then boom, he was overthrown again. just think about that guy being like, I'm governing the country, I'm a big boy, and then 5 minutes later he gets his ass fucking kicked out, and then he gets put back and he's like, I'm doing good, I'm back in, this is never going to happen again. And he gets his shit kicked in. Yeah, I just find it funny that like 2 times in a row he was fucked. But actually, like, the country is a little fucked. Well, it's been stabilized a lot lately, but the big thing is that, okay, with Africa, you always have an issue where you have a shitload of ethnic groups that have been, like, cut into one another, and they don't like each other, and they often don't have the same religion, don't have the same, like, language, doesn't necessarily fit that much. So they really want to kill each other. So you end up with these kind of maps where... do we have a past map? Fuck, I don't think that we have. Like, for some time, the Central African Republic, it essentially looked like this. So this was the red part that was controlled by the government, and then you had like this insane insurgency to the right, and that the thing is, this is the green part and the purple part. I don't know about the blue part, but I'm assuming it's some Muslim control thing, while the other are Catholic or Protestant. 51% Protestant, 25% Catholic, and the rest I don't even fucking know. But, yeah. So, I read on this lately, okay? That's why I know. So, yeah, the big issue here is that even if we're like, oh, good, like the government has taken back control and like those are like Islamist, like they're fucking ISIS aligned groups, right? So like, oh, good that they're not there. But then we go read, and the issue with those countries is that they have not updated. They have not updated their firmware. Okay, so for the rest of the world, whenever you capture a territory, well, first of all, you shouldn't be capturing territory. But whenever you stabilize a territory, let's put it that way, you try to create a government. You try to like make it stable. But here, the solution is rape, pillaging, and genocide. So all of these cities that were filled by, well, the people of the place, Muslim and these things, well, they got their, they got their genocide. Let's just put it that way. Like Quebec in Canada, pretty much, but here people don't like them a bit more. I have a possible idea. I have a possible bad idea. Get people into VC. Why not? If you want to be in VC. If you want to yap with me, I'm all in. Put myself on general. Although I won't stay for long. Okay, we're just finishing this shit. I'm in VC if you want to come. So, yeah. Central African Republic. Curaçao. So that's one of the islands that we have here for the Netherlands. But I don't remember. I think the middle one is not Curaçao. I think it's the last one. No, fuck. It's Bonaire, the last one. Goddamn. Peru. Peru. Hi, Sam. The way that you remember... I can share my screen if you want. Share... Oh, wait. I think I have something very OP that I can do. Give me a moment. Oh, it's not an option anymore? I thought that we had the option to share the output from the stream. Don't we? That would have been cool. Device. No, that's my fucking face. Okay. I guess I can share with you my OBS. Okay, here we go. So you have a you have a live feed, my friend. Can I like zoom that shit in a bit? All right, you have a live feed.
People struggling with easy UIs, part 23.
Yes. Okay. Fuck you. Wait, I'm trying to survive this. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, Peru.
Survive is an accurate word.
Yes, Peru. So we have Peru here. Okay.
Oh my god.
That was a nice fucking meme, MB. You know what? I'll unmute you. And I'll hope to God that this isn't doing this again. I muted the stream, okay? I muted the stream, but this is such a good fucking meme. You just let me just put it very fucking low. Let me put it fucking low, okay? That's that's a good ass meme. Just the oh no, he's out. Just the fucking. Oh, nice one, MB. Okay, nice one. I'm gonna keep the stream sound. Didn't hear anything. Okay, it was like you were blasting, like you were in a fucking like you could have thrown a mic into like an airplane turbine, and it would have been that sound. Yep. Okay, I'll scroll.
A tornado and 15 hurricanes.
If you want to come back in, you can. I'll mute the stream just in case. If you don't, it's okay. Just wait a quick second. I want to be sure. I want to include everybody and everybody to have a chance. It's probably just that you don't have the right mic. I just turned down mic volume. I think that it's the selection of mic that was fucked. Oh! Wait, are you muted? No. Speak. Or make sounds. Because right now, you're not me. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! That's way better. Okay, let's crank up the sound. Alright. I think now... This is better. We're doing it.
What is happening? Discord is not letting me select the mic volume. I love Discord mobile.
Well, your sound is okay, so I could manually like mess with
There
it.
it goes. No, I couldn't unmute MB.
Oh. Yeah, but that sound was really funny. Anyway, let's finish this freaking map, okay? We're halfway. Goddamn, we got to speed up, okay? So Peru is the northern one, okay? The way we know, the name is smaller, so you have Chile and you have Peru. This one is longer, like the name, and this one is shorter. Easy shit. Wallace and Futuna. Fuck the hat. What the fuck is this? Does anybody know where it is? Wallace and Futuna? What the fuck? I'm not memeing. I don't fucking know. Okay, it's probably one of these. We're screwed. Alright, we are. Martinique. We should know this one. We had Occupation Double. Where is Martinique? These little islands are not that interesting, but I'm trying to learn them all. It's probably like one of these. Oh yeah, it is. Tanzania is north of Mozambique. Here we go. Lebanon is the state that's getting invaded by Israel. And Lebanon's interesting. Do you guys know Lebanon? Do you know Lebanon? Their political system is a fucking meme. Because you have to have, like, the president... okay. I guess reading that will make the TLDR. Lebanon is a parliamentary democracy that includes confessionalism. The National Pact, erected in 1943, laid out the governing arrangement intended to harmonize the interests of the country's major religious group. The president has to be a Maronite Christian, the prime minister a Sunni Muslim, and the speaker of the parliament a Shia Muslim. The deputy prime minister and the deputy speaker of the parliament an Eastern Orthodox. So essentially, the issue that they had... Can we have a territory of... okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, maybe that's a good way to see it. So the issue that they have is that France had this big-ass state. So they had this big thing. I don't know if you can see me drawing on my share when it's on Discord, but if you can, good for you.
I can see it.
Okay, good. So you had this issue where France had this whole territory and they needed to divide it in a way that works. So what you had is you have French... I think the Malawite are Catholics, or they're Christians, if I'm not mistaken. You have essentially everything else here that is Muslim, but you have here that is... It's another ethnic group, I don't remember it, but... anyway, it's another ethnic groups, and you have here that are Druze, which is another type of religion, and you have Lebanon, which is the gigamix of Christians, Muslim, and a little bit of Druze and Jews, but not that much. So, like, they needed to create a fucking state for all of those people that works. So it's like, good fucking job, try to do something. and they ended up with like, okay, Lebanon is so fucked as a territory, we're just going to split it, like, instead of creating countries for everyone, we're going to make sure that our system of governments is just like giga split, so that the religious and ethnic groups have to work together in order to work. That there's no like majority just smashing down the other, like what could happen in the other state. So yeah, that's a nice fucking meme. Okay, nice fucking meme. I like Lebanon, and Lebanon is one of the better country in the. Well, I don't think that it's technically the Middle East. Would it be the Near East? Yeah, it's democratic. It's like a little bit more stable than other countries without being a dictatorship. But yeah, Israel is a bit retarded by trying to annex them right now. Well, annex them is a strong word. Who cares? Fuck Israel for today. Dominica! Dominica. There's no na. Okay, Dominica is somewhere here. I think it's this one. No, fuck. Probably this one. Alright. Indonesia. So if you ever want to read about like genocides and killing people, just Google Indonesia's history and you'll find a lot of fun. Nepal, we know Nepal, right? Vietnam is here. Fuck, misclick.
I think all of human history is a fair part genocide and
when I'm saying like they did more, it's just because they're okay. How can I say that? Okay, like in maybe you're right because you're an American. So like in Canada, like we can look in our history whenever we were going westward, like there was like we didn't like the First Nation that were there, right? We didn't like the American Indians, like well, we would call them Indians. We didn't like them, but there's also writings. If you go in our most early Parliament writing, I actually fucking read these archive, not all of them, but Parliament Canada, and you go in the that's not the website. Old or historical is probably the word. I don't know where I found that shit. Like you can find like 1800s like these type of shits. I'm sure they're going to show it. Like let's just go there. Yeah, that wasn't how it was written. Fuck. Maybe it's here. Okay, anyway, you can find the 1800s parliamentary discussion, like what they were saying on the parliament floor. And it's not a complete like transcript because at that time they were just doing a TLDR of whatever the fuck was happening. So they essentially said, okay, this member said essentially this point and this other member opposed it, and they debated about this with this outcome. So when you read that, you can see that people were just can we have a map? Canada historical. Okay, if we look at the maps, like we're talking at a time where Canada looked like this. So the idea here was that we should send people to colonize there, well, in this direction, because if we don't have people there, the US will invade. And you can read those discussions where they're like, if we're not doing this right the fuck now, these fucker will invade. And they're all stressed about this. And there's writings that says, well, we sent our negotiators over there. They thought we were American, so they were scared shitless because they thought we were going to genocide their ass. So it's funny to see that the American strategy to like go westward was essentially you see a First Nation, you shoot, while Canada, like, I'm not saying that we didn't do fucked shit, but we went in and we were like, okay, let's negotiate a sham contract and take their lands, right? So it was a little bit better, but it's just funny to see like the parliamentarian triggered at the fact that they cannot sign contracts because the people that live here think that they're going to get killed. So yeah, it's a good meme, it's a good meme. But where I was going with this is that, like, yes, every nation made some level of genocide or ethnic cleansing just by existing, but like there's level to this. But to my understanding, Indonesia, that's like, they're like gas chambers level shit. Indonesia. Because like they have like one strong ethnic group, and they went everywhere else, and where it was not their ethnic groups, they were just enslaving their ass. I don't know if I can get like an instance of this. It's often hard to have these detail on the wiki directly. It's almost as if people don't like having their wiki literally talk about genocide right away. But like one place that we can talk about is this place here. I don't remember the name, but it will pop up. Like this before having independence was like it was continuously genocided by Indonesia. Anyway, Brunei is this little chunk here. Alright, Guinea-Bissau, that's this one. It's right near Guinea. And these states that are split a little bit dumb in this corner is because it's both the French and the Spanish that were in charge of these regions. So you end up with like the same state. So in their map, they were like, okay, this is Guinea, but because this is Spanish Guinea and this is French Guinea, we're going to split it differently. So whenever they have independence, they had to kind of rename themselves, while one of them was Spanish Guinea and French Guinea. So it's a little bit of a weird naming thing that they have in this region. Anyway, South Korea, Slovakia. So Slovakia is Czechoslovakia, easy to remember. Ecuador is on the Ecuador. Belize is a little bit harder. It's the chunk here that you would think would be annexed by Mexico. And I think that they were at some point, but like remembering that Mexico was for some time a loosely boggled together, like altogether bundle of kingdoms is good to remember these things. Anyway, Mexico has a weird history. So Belize. Guatemala, so that's Nicaragua. Guatemala is the one bordering Mexico. Vanuatu? I don't know how to pronounce this one. It's one of these I never freaking remember. Oh man, we're guessing. So Tuvalu we already have, Nauru we already have. This one is, what the fuck is this? Papua New Guinea, that's this one. I'm not sure if it's... I'm not sure which one it is. It's one of these two. Shit. I think it's a... No, it's not the bottom one. It's this one. Solomon Island. Fuck me. Okay. East Timor. That's the one I was thinking about. So they were like... East Timor. Let's Google that for a moment. East Timor. Timor-Leste. Okay. So like when we go into their history, they were like occupied and... like 84,000 deaths from hunger and illness. Yes, nice meme, nice meme. Anyway, that's yeah, they had some fun, and they're not that much, if I'm not mistaken. Like we're talking about a population of 1 million people in 2023. So when we're talking about deleting like 10% of their population, that's a good thing. Well, that's not good, but that's a good chunk of people. All right. Fuck, misclick. Taiwan. We love Taiwan. Turkmenistan. That's the part of the stan, like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan. So you can think of it like Turkey. It's shaped like Turkey a bit. It's on the same line as Turkey. It's a stan, so it's in this corner, right? So Botswana. Fuck, I'm kind of not sure. Mozambique. This one is the bloody dictator. That's the... I don't remember the name. But that Botswana is bottom. It's here. Yeah, okay. Good. Nicaragua. That's this one. Anguilla. I don't fucking know. Yep, that one I don't know. Are we talking about an island here, or... Shit. So it's either this, or one of these. I'm guessing this. New Caledonia. No, I'm guessing this. American Samoa. I'm a retard. Okay. Anguilla. So it's probably US British Island. That was another thing, not Anguilla. Or was it? It was. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay. Colombia. Colombia is the thing that connects the two Americas. Alright. Chile. Peru. We remember that. Brazil. We know where Brazil is. Tonga. So you have Fiji. You have Tonga. Romania. Funny enough, they have oil. Who knew? Papua New Guinea is the half of the island. Okay. Namibia is the thing that I was talking about earlier, where South Africa annexed. Well, it was their territory before. Actually, the history of South Africa is a little bit lit territorially, because you can see them like annex big swaths of territory and have like essentially permanent bush wars. But who care? Pitcairn Islands. It's one of these, right? So that's French Polynesia. So I would assume that Pitcairn Island is the right one. Yep, it is. Bonaire. That's one of the 3 islands that are right here for the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Moldova. Montenegro. Montenegro is a small kingdom thing. So you have Kosovo, Montenegro, Albania. Right? You remember the small kingdom? Montenegro is the one that has access to water, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's go.
I checked Wikipedia's longest English pages. The longest list is list of rodents. And the longest non-list page is Japanese conjugation.
Based. That's, you said the first one is, Ardens?
List of rodents. Yeah. I sent them in the side chat for this call.
Alright. Let me check that. Side chat. Conjugate. Oh, rodents. God damn! That's some big ass thing. Holy! Haha, they must update their map. We don't have rats in Alberta. Oh well. Technically, fuck. Do Castor do fuck, what are their name in English? It's fuck, it's like it's our national animal. Beavers. Are beavers rodent? Beavers, yes, okay, that's why. Alright. Well then, you're taking like the largest fucking family. God damn, bro. Okay, that's because it's the list. Alright, makes sense. That's insane. Okay. Zimbabwe. Yeah, if you want to see like bad management of an economy, like fucking one up real bad, Zimbabwe is an example. Rwanda. I talked about Rwanda, but they like, I don't know if we can have maps about that. Rwanda war map 2025, I guess I'll find. Like, when you look at their their thing. So here you have the territory of Rwanda, and I fucked something up. And this is essentially the territory that is that has been taken by M23. And M23, if I'm not mistaken, it's essentially a terrorist group that is heavily backed by Rwanda. So yeah, they're annexing pretty much this territory. And the idea is that here there's a lot of resources. So they're just taking the mines and taking the wealth with them. So it's funny because when you look at their foreign policy, they essentially always say, yeah, we're just in negotiation, we're just talking with the DRC, we're talking with our Ugandan ally, we're trying to repress these M23 rebels, but like behind the scene, they're helping them. You sent something in. Wikipedia records. Oh, okay, that's how you know. That's how you know. Now we know. Rwanda. And yes, there's a Rwandan genocide, we know. Spain. The Gambia is the little river. That's so fucked that Senegal doesn't have access to a river. They have to go through the Gambia. It's kind of a good meme. Oh, that's a big ass fucking name. Okay. Let's show it on screen. What the fuck is this?
Just went down and found the longest title, and I was like, what the fuck?
I guess that's
amazing.
That's essentially just made for a meme. Nice one! Estawini. Fuck, I fucked their name. Eswatini. Okay, it's this one. It's the name that I have in my mind. Latvia, we know it. Bangladesh. If I'm not mistaken, Bangladesh was once part of Pakistan, because the British were like, these people are all Indians, but it's just that those Indians are Muslims, and these ones are not. And that's how they did their territory. Nice meme. But of course, having a country divided like that is untenable, so yeah. Afghanistan, we know where it is. South Sudan. Did I click Sudan for South Sudan, you fat retard? Okay. So okay. Ethiopia. Yeah, if you want to see bad wars, what's going on in Sudan and South Sudan is pretty cooked. Solomon Island. We misclicked them, right? It's this one. Yeah. Monaco. I'm not fucking things up here. That's not Monaco. They both start with an M, and I forget them all the time. Monaco is the French one. Okay. British Virgin Island. That's the top one. New Caledonia. We learned this one. It's this little thing here. Germany. Where is Germany? This must be... Okay. I should have clicked Poland for the meme. Okay. Paraguay. That's the thing here. Fiji. Those are the islands. Kosovo. That's the one that Serbia still doesn't think exists. Bolivia. That's the bowl. I don't know how to say it otherwise. Algeria. We talked about it. That's former France, I guess. Sweden. Sweden is the middle one. Venezuela is currently annexing its neighbor. So we can take Venezuela. The territory claim but not control. So they essentially said, okay, half of our neighbor is ours. Fuck you. But it's a little bit dumb because the territory that's here, if I'm not mistaken, like all the zone that I'm putting in yellow, I don't know if we can see clearly, but this zone here, it's deep forest that nobody can do anything there. And it's like no fucking way to cross this. You're just going to die trying to hold it. So it's a little bit dumb that they're trying to push in, but if I'm not mistaken, the idea of this is not holding the territory, it's holding the water, because the oil deposit or the oil reserves, they're essentially in the zone in yellow, so they just want to be able to extract the part that's here. So, a common Venezuelan trope. Alright. Did you send more message for me? Saint Mary's Church.
Check how many entries there are for St. Mary's Church.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we would expect it to have a shitload of entries. What's the next one? Please do not bite newcomers.
That should be a funny thing. Oh.
Whoop. Your mic is giga muffled. I don't know if you're maybe just not on the right mic.
I need to get my real mic and
Yeah.
I still can't understand you.
So, sorry.
Yeah,
Get closer to the mic.
Yeah, it's well, he just said that he needs to get his real mic. So yeah, no, he's. Yeah, the mic is just muffled, but I get it. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. We'll do some more of these, I guess. Well, maybe we don't because I need to code, but fuck, I have compulsions. Okay, just live with it. Just live with it. I'll program offline. I'll stop trying. My real mic is a USB, and this computer only has USB-C. RIP. I get it. I get the struggle. I get it. Alright, Venezuela. El Salvador is the one that created DEFCAM for their people. So that's a cool one. And also accepted American prisoners and hairdressers, apparently. So, nice one. Antigua and Barbuda. That's one of the top one. I think it's the first. St. Kitts and Nevis. I always forget about them. Turks and Caicos. We learned that it's this one. Singapore. It's this one. And that's... It was part of... Was it part of Malaysia? Or was it part of... I think it was part of Malaysia, but because of their distinct racial identity or ethnic identity, I don't know how we could say it, they decided to do their own state. And by that I mean that, if I'm not mistaken, Malaysia kicked them out. Like, it's a weird thing. Like, normally you should want to keep all your states together, but I guess not. Bahrain is another one of those oil state. So, yeah. Somaliland is the little thing here. And if you ever want to understand the politics that's going over here and why people are triggered to each other, look at their alliance or lack of alliance to Somaliland, and you will know how relations are going. So Ethiopia, because they're not liking Somalia, they are like recognizing officially Somaliland, and it causes a bunch of issues. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not. Like, this is research that I've done a long time ago. Largest file on Wikipedia. I'm not opening that, okay? I'm not wasting their fucking bandwidth. Croatia. Croatia is easy because it's a croissant, right? It's a big C. It's right here. Republic of Congo. We've talked about Congo a lot, but Republic of Congo is this one here. It's fucked too, right? It's not it's not better, but okay. Malta is the British island. San Marino. That's a little chunk here. I have no idea how it works, but hey. St. Kitts and Nevis. Philippines, they're right here. Like, it fucks my brain to think about Philippine being here. I don't know why. St. Lucia. That's this one here. Myanmar are in a civil war. They're having some fun. So, yeah, it's because they have a bunch of regional power. And essentially you have a central power that is on the bottom here. And that central power has a very hard time keeping power and neutralizing the other region. So it's a game of, oh, we ally with the central power. Oh, we don't ally anymore. Oh, we do insurgencies. And it's a whole bunch of bullshit. But hey, I'm not saying that there's one good part or one bad part. I'm just saying that it's fucked. Like, it's a military junta. So, yeah. Cap Verde. That's I don't remember. I think that's Spain or Portugal that made this. Anyway. Why are you sending me tngteam.nut? Explain yourself, Sam. What the fuck is this?
.NUT is the file extension created by FFmpeg.
You know what? Coming from the guys who are like, talk is cheap, send more patches. That's not surprising. I'm not opening that shit, bro. Greece! We know where Greece is. Panama. Abkhazia. That's another one of these territory from the Russian. Okay. Brought to you by Russian oppression. Okay. Russia.
It's just the Star Trek The Next Generation title sequence.
It's probably one of these other things that you've overly compressed. Is that it?
Nope.
No? Okay. Okay, it's been... You do different things? You don't only overly compress clips? What the fuck? Sam creating some high quality memes. New Zealand, okay. Poland. Kazakhstan. Guam. Sri Lanka. That's the little nugget. St. Vincent and the Grenadine. I told you. Grenades. American Samoa. American. Saudi Arabia. Italy. Ivory Coast. Comoros. Guyana. They are the one getting invaded by Venezuela. Syria. Western Sahara. Western Sahara is a funny one because Morocco essentially split the state in half. So we can go in Western Sahara. Yeah, we have a... What? You're telling me that we have a map right off the start that works? What the fuck? Okay. So essentially, Morocco went in, they created a bunch of walls. So each of those blue line, they are literal like walls that they have erected in order to keep these people like off their land. Technically, these people are the righteous people of these land, but Morocco just swooped in, took that territory, pushed the reminding rebels off in the desert, and there's essentially sweet fuck all here. But yeah, those are walls, and you can see them on Google Map. Yeah, let's go in incognito for that. Google Map. Like if we go layers, there's some places where you can actually see the walls. Well, the walls are not needed when... Fuck. Where did I see that? It's a little bit hard to find something from space, but believe me, there's some places you can see the wall. But yeah, it's a little weird because you're... Oh yeah, go ahead.
Build the wall. Build the wall.
They did it. They did it in Western Sahara. I don't see why we couldn't have a wall. In a place like that shithole can have walls. I'm sure we can. But yeah, when you zoom in, like, they don't really have cities, right? It's like these compound. And yeah, it's a little bit weird. Like, the quantity of...
one hand gesture. I play my imaginary accordion.
True. Like they're so yeah. It's weird. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. But hey, such is territory. Such is territory. Let's keep Google Map around. We got a wall. They got a wall. We need a wall. Mongolia. They made a wall to keep the Mongolians out. We gotta build a bigger wall. Okay, Serbia. Serbia, if you want to, like, read onto genocide, Serbia 2 is a good one, okay? So Serbia is, like, the eternal fucking oppressor in this region. So if you want to know why the Balkans had such a big fuck-up, and they were, like, under Yugoslavia that insane, well, Serbia is probably your answer, because they were the dominant ethnic groups in that alliance, so, yeah. Genocide is fun, fun, fun for all the family. United Arab Emirates. Ghana. That's a little thing here. Whoops. Cameroon. Cameroon, I remember it because I think of a big C shape, right? Cameroon, okay? Think about it as if you're getting yelled at. Cameroon is where my daughter's boyfriend is stuck until Canada and the government of Quebec can get their shit together and get through all the accumulated applications. I like the fact that MBWare was on a full-on fucking battle with his keyboard for this one. He was like, oh, fucking government of Canada and Quebec. And I agree. Fuck them for, we need more immigration, okay? That's for sure. Like, I know that you, like, from your point of view, you're like, I want my daughter to be with her boyfriend. But I'm like, I want our economy to be the strongest in the fucking world, and we need some fucking population to subjugate those Americans. So, yeah. Anything that keeps my daughter from happiness is bad. True! Life accordion to Trump. Okay. Fuck. Fucking hell. I'm not reading that. Okay. Australia, Azerbaijan, Parmesan. Okay. Yeah, you have a Azerbaijan. Yeah, I don't know how to remember it. You just need to know. Mauritania. So you have Mali and you have Mauritania. Albania. That's the one here. The Kingdom of Albania. Jamaica. Yeah, bro. Kyrgyzstan. Kazakhstan. Kyrgyzstan. Ireland. Luxembourg, Mali. Mali right now is a bit fucked because the Russian, fuck. The history of Mali is a little bit weird. Let's get a map of Mali.
Stanistan, Berg B, Townville.
What? I'm doing your global geopolitical history, okay? You gotta stay here, okay? You're learning. So, Mali is divided into two parts. Northern of the river and southern of the river. Southern of the river, it is the dominant government of Mali. While northern of the river, it is a more sparsely populated Islamic group and ethnic group driven like insurgency. So those two are doing an alliance where, well, let's just say that they are fucking up Mali right now because the Russians were the one guaranteeing the security there. So before it was France, and of course all the African colonies are like, well, the old African colonies are like, oh, we don't want to talk to France, we don't like France, fuck France. So they switch it with the Russian. And what that does is that the Russian are weak as fuck. So, well, the Islamic groups and the ethnic insurgencies, so they swooped in, they made a deal with the Russian, they said, alright, you don't get involved, and we'll leave you alive. So of course they said, fuck yeah, we're out. So right now the Russians are out, and Mali is essentially losing all the territory they gained, because this civil war has been going on for a long time. Like, they were fucked before, and France actually pushed a lot into this, like pushing back that insurgency to the point where, if I'm not mistaken, like there were some cities, like this city here was actually under Mali central government control. So yeah, Russian bad. It was the Wagner groups that was taking care of that, but yeah, they are. Good thing that the Russian are getting fucked, but also each time that the front line moves on these, it's like genocide is back. So, yeah. Mali is a bit fucked. Since a long time, a company I worked for before had an employee assassinated because they were deploying an IT system to manage military pay. Since each level of the military took a little more of their shit with literal money, often there was almost nothing left for the soldier. The system we were deploying was just a paycheck stubs. Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah, well, that's the issue, right? I think it was in the 2025 or maybe 2024. They say Nobel Peace, not Nobel Peace Prize, but economics prize, Nobel Prize in economics. It doesn't exist. It's another name, economics. They're going to give it to me. Nobel Prize in economics. That's not a real thing. It has another name. What's the name? No, you're just going to fucking meme me? Okay, they're going to meme me. Anyway, like the one from the latest one. Let's get in here. Okay. Yeah. For studies of how institutions are formed and affect prosperity. So essentially that study was about the I've not read it, just to be transparent. I've heard about it. The study was about how is it that when we look at the world, all of these people are doing good? Like, are doing very fucking good? Well, maybe I've put it a bit too broad. All of these people are doing good. And even more fucked, how is it that the people in Canada are doing better than other colonized people, like, I don't know, maybe South Africa, right? Why is it that Canada had better outcomes than South Africa or India? So what they found was that the resounding answer to this was institution. So institution. I hope I wrote it right. Okay. Institution. So what institution do is they make everything work correctly. So let's take Mali, for example. If you're in Mali and someone steals from you, you know that by going to the police, there's a 50-50% chance, or there's a greater even amount of that nothing will happen, or even worse, you could be targeted if the person that stole from you is in with the police. Or the police could just steal from you because lol. While in Canada, when you go to the police, you know, like, maybe they won't resolve it, but if they don't resolve it, it's because you didn't have enough proof, right? So you know that the institution are going to back you up. So here I'm talking about the police, but every sphere of your society has these big institutions, and the difference between the colonies that made it and the colonies that didn't make it was the fact that these institutions were stronger, that the institutions were upheld, that they were kept, and that they were strengthened. Like in Canada, there was no part where we were like, fuck this, the United Kingdom is gay and we shouldn't listen to them. While if you go to India, well, the line is a little bit more blurred, right? Because you have a system that was created by people that are foreign from you, no link from you. So the push to shove it all to the trash is a little bit stronger there. So yeah, they essentially studied how without institution, you won't get anywhere. There's no amount of money, there's no amount of willpower, there's no amount of anything that will help you. But if you have institutions, well, good on you. So that's also why I think that Canada should invade some fucking countries, okay? The institution, military, was working well if you were an officer. Yeah, but that's not it, right? You get it that here you're not even talking about an institution. Or maybe you don't. when you're saying the military, you're talking about a warlord, right? And that's not an institution, right? Unless you're trying to standardize it, unless you're trying to make it so you're not just like they're not like onto your fucking fist as if you've got some fucking Marvel snap armor. I don't fucking remember the name, right? Like, that's not an institution, that's just an armed group. So, yeah, it wasn't a warlord when we were contracting them. Well, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, it's not technically a warlord today, but it really is a fucking warlord, right? When your country is like 2 bad decisions away from having a military junta, it's not an institution. There's no backbone there, so, like, that's the thing. Like, in Canada, we could elect Pierre Poilievre 4 times in a row, and we would still not have an issue with the military, right? It would be pretty fucked, but yeah. IT was more stable back then. It was more stable back then. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I'm just saying that all of these countries, well, most of them, there are some that I researched that are less fucked. Well, no, actually, I think it's Senegal that I researched. Like, it's very fucked, but their democracy is a little bit better. So, like, they don't have institutions like we do. Like, it's not even comparable, so, yeah. Only cryptocurrency I trust. The fucking meme tokens. Okay. Nice meme. Okay. Okay, nice fucking memes. No, that don't. No, that don't. I'm gonna need more words if... Are we talking about the democracy? Like, I might be fucking up my my democracies here. Like, this is insanely good for... Well, at least for the region, that's insanely good. Anyway.
I think it would be funny if we went onto Wikipedia's talk page for the United States and tried to get them to change the status to oligarchically influenced democracy or something along those lines.
Well, I think it's considered a flawed democracy now. So maybe United States. Maybe if we Google the shit out of it, we'll see like democracy. But yeah, when the expert are talking about it, they're like talking about how fucked shit is. So yeah, and nobody believes. Debate among political scientists on whether the country is more appropriately classified an electoral autocracy or a liberal democracy, with few still considering it a robust liberal democracy. Yeah, like
hey, they got it right.
Yep. But
this is why I love Wikipedia, is because like there's so much infighting, but the infighting results in like very strict like adherence to truth.
Assumes that you will have as much people or more people push the truth than people not pushing the truth. And if you want to see one place where this becomes like crazy apparent.
Well, it's not like where it's unregulated infighting. It's just like you have people pushing back every which way. So you have people constantly checking each other.
Yeah,
like in the
I understand. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that this is flawed. That in Wikipedia. So let's go for like... Let's take October 7th. Like what happened in Israel-Palestine. And... Fuck, I don't know which one is Persian, well, Persian would probably be fucked still, but let's translate it. What I'm challenging you to do is read it in Arabic or read it in Persian or any language that is going to be like 99% spoken by people that like will see the conflict very differently. And you'll see that whatever the fuck is said here is unhinged. Right? So, like, their framing is, like... Maybe everything that they say is true, but, like... you already know this. You can say true things and still end up lying. Because of how much your framing is garbage. So, like, I think that I was memeing about this because I was like, I was hearing of a lot of the fighting that was happening on these Israel and Palestine pages, and when I read, it was not about the October 7th attack. I don't remember which one, but they were essentially glazing all the way what was going on with Hamas, and it was like blatantly there were things that were just untrue, like blatantly these things did not happen. So yeah, it's a bit of a thing. Ooh, that's a big ass thing that I probably shouldn't show. Okay, anyway, so like I understand what you're saying, and probably that's mostly true in English, but like we have to keep in mind that those forces... Okay, when you watch a movie, the bad guy will always lose, right? So the bad guy will always lose in the movie, and the good guy will always come up on top. But in life, that's not always the case, right? So when we put down like the...
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like it can result in better outcomes.
Yes, I would say that it's probably better than your average blog or these things. I'm just saying that if you want like a real... Like experts' opinion are still important here.
Rooters.
But also... What?
I was joking, rooters.
Yeah, rooters. Absolutely. Like, rooters is probably going to get you fucking miles further than a lot of these things. Although sometimes the framing on rooters is not always perfect. But, well, I guess you take it as reporting and you make your own fucking mind. So anyway, let's finish this. Finland. We want Greater Finland. North Macedonia. That's this one. Mozambique. It looks like an M, but like weirdly backwards, so here we go. Mauritius, that's the one that's on the right here. It's also the one that is supposed to get the Chagos Island, which is the island owned by the UK, but I don't know, they kind of stopped the deal or something, I don't fucking know. Iran, we know which one. Armenia, that's here. Norway. Trinidad Tobago, I'm still wondering how the fuck they managed to not get invaded, but I guess being close to Venezuela sometimes fucking works. Sometime. French Polynesia, that's the... this territory is a little bit weird. So this is called Polynesia. Then you have Micronesia. Then you have something else. I tried to, like, study it a bit, but it's hard for me to know these things. Tunisia, we know this one. Belgium, Sudan, Denmark. Paolo, that's this corner here. China. Puerto Rico. Ta-da! 90%. Not that bad. Not that fucking bad. Oh, god damn, it's getting late. I gotta get the fuck out. Okay, I'll program another day, I guess. It was fun to be with you guys. We'll
And to you.
What? It got out? Way better than what I could have gotten.
Same to you.
Same to you. Okay. Same to you. I agree with that. Same to you back, okay? Same to you back.
Have a better day, or else.
Or else, yeah. Or else. We're creating the memes like the fucking cat holding the gun.
Or else.
Or else. Like, Way better than what I could have done. Yeah, but I'm training this, right? Every couple of weeks or every week, I'm trying to do this. And I've started with the one that is only the UN. No, not only the UN, but like only the big countries. Then I focused on Africa. Now I'm going on the full UN recognize things. And maybe we can do a last thing. There's Tradle? Tradle? I played this. This is fun. Okay, so we have to guess which economy it is, which country it is, based on what the fuck they do. What the fuck their GDP is. So here we have 199.2 million. And it's fish, displays. Wait, we can go animal product, machines. So we have displays, broadcasting equipment. Why the fuck are you fucking with me right now? So, okay, you do some technology, refrigerators. All right, and what's
Finland?
this? No, Finland has a way
192
bigger...
million is too small.
Yeah, that's like Uganda has a bigger economy than this. Like, it is that insane. Like, fish fillet, do we have...
I'm so confused. 192 million really makes this hard.
Scrap iron, so they have some amount of mining. Some amount of medical instrument. Yeah, but that at this point, it doesn't mean anything. Okay. I would assume that we're talking about one of the island nation that we've reviewed. So like Tokelo, like that would feel like it. Let's go with that. Okay, we're not that far. So here, remember Tokelo? If we go, maybe I shouldn't use this because it's kind of a spoiler, but Tokelo is right here, right? It's somewhere in here. And now we're talking about northwest, sorry. 4,500 kilometers. So I would assume, like there, 4,000. We're talking about Paolo, like the latest one that we guessed on the thing. No. What? It's not in there. Okay, they don't have it in there. Guam, maybe. Guam? No. Federation of Micronesia. Micronesia, maybe? Micronesia's a bit big for that. Well, let's try Micronesia. Ooh, it's Micronesia. That's fun. That's fun. Let's play a game. Okay. Again, let's do a couple of them. 24 billion. Billion. Okay. Crude petroleum gas. So, mineral product. Well, petroleum.
Imagine if this is real.
I don't think Israel has any petroleum. Do they? And their technological sector would be way the fuck bigger. So after that we have vegetable product, other fruits, pitted fruit, apple and pears, other nut, tomatoes. And after that, ethylene polymer. Okay, so plastics. Okay. Aluminum. Raw cotton. Nitrogen. Nitrogenous. Oh, wait. Chemical can you fucking not be there? Okay. Fertilizer. Ooh, maybe we're talking about Russia. Maybe we're talking about Russia here. 24 billion seems a bit small for Russia. But I mean, Russia is pretty fucking fucked. Wait, is this Ukraine? Their wheat export would be way the fuck bigger, no? Oh man. Oh, maybe we're talking about Kazakhstan. But I had a feeling their minerals was a bit more. You know what? I'm guessing Kazakhstan on that one. Because 24 billion is small for Russia. But we'll see. Ooh. We should have a nameless map. Can I ask for that? Nameless map. So that we can like... Fuck.
You can turn off labels in Google Earth.
Well, I guess we have this. That will work. Okay, so... can I full size? Oh, I fucking hate when that happens. Holy shoots! Okay. view
Right click
image.
and then open a new tab.
Yeah, I'm retarded. Okay, so Kazakhstan, and we're talking about, let's strategize this. 1,000 kilometers, so not that far, and it's southwest. Southwest. Georgia? Maybe? Maybe Iran? Wait. I don't know. Petroleum gas? There should be more natural gas. Well, maybe Georgia. It seems a bit big. It's either Azerbaijan or Georgia. Which one do you file? Sam, your choice. Azerbaijan or Georgia? You make the final decision, okay? We've got some fucking aluminum. We've got some fertilizer. We got some raw cotton. I need your guess.
Georgia, the U.S.
Georgia.
state.
Fuck you, okay? Fuck you. Okay. MB is about to write something. Or not. Fuck you, MB. We're going in. Ooh! You missed. Okay, it's Azerbaijan. You missed. You get another chance.
Yeah, I said the U.S. state.
You get another
chance. I guess
chance.
wasn't wrong. You didn't do my guess.
It would be fun to do this more often. Maple Live with live guesses. I will get my setup right. Get in next time. Yeah, it would be nice to... We should like have a list of those games and make some game nights, especially when my brain is off. So yeah, that would be fucking great. We need to do this. Okay, 3.9 billion. We're gonna end up fucking having these maps dialed in, okay? We're gonna dial the fuck in, and we're gonna know everything about the world. It would be fun to do this. Okay. This, live audio from chat, even when coding. True! Live audio too. Live audio too. Gold! I like
Play
doing
games
this.
while you use vibe coding.
Vibe coding. Radioactive chemical? God damn, they doing some shit. 3.9 billion. So we're talking about like not as small as a very small African country, but we're still pretty small. Oil? Sorry, not oil. Gold? Oily seeds, so they're doing tropical things? Tropical fruit?
That's not oil, it's oil.
Oil. Oh.
Oil.
Uranium and thorium. Okay. Radioactive chemicals. Bovine. Sheep. Large construction vehicle. Thanks. Okay. Raw sugar. Ooh. So we can probably assume if they're doing raw sugar that they should be somewhere where, like, they should be on the south.
Spitballing Korea.
Korea? So, no. The economy is way too small. And gold is way too big.
Oh, gold is big? Has a
Yeah.
clue then.
Oh well, maybe I'm a retard. North Korea. No, they have tropical fruits. It wouldn't make sense. Who has tropical fruit and a lot of gold? I feel like we're talking about like Congo. Congo's got cobalt, so it's not this. But we're...
Maybe somewhere... I don't know.
Let's go with
Where would
Gabon
you grow
first.
sugar?
Yeah, Gabon is like... It's here, right? So we're gonna have an idea of where the fuck to go. And I guess it could... Am I retarded? Yes, okay. I guess... God damn! Okay. 2,000 kilometers up. Alright, so if we look at our map, 2,000 kilometers up. So it's Niger or Nigeria? Probably Niger. Would it make sense? Yeah. I guess. Let's fucking go! Niger. Here we go. But you need to merge both text chat for people not in Discord. Yeah, we need that. That would be cool. The big fan is not coming from my computer, by the way. You can hear it from the stream. From MapleStream. Well, you can hear a fan when I'm on Discord because it's unfiltered, right? So when I'm on Discord, I don't have the same filtering, so you can hear my computer. But the fan that we were talking about was next level on your side. Like, I can fix this, it's just that, or else you don't have my like studio quality audio. No, I know I'm not fixing that. Okay, one last time and then I need to fucking go. God damn, 128 millions were in the shits. Tugboats. They essentially only do tugboats. God damn. Do they do anything else? Okay, so they're an island nation because they nitrile compound. They mine their own island essentially. Okay. Anything else? Collector's item, coins. Well, at that point it's retarded. Okay. Fishing and tugboats. Who the fuck does tugboats? Fiji would have some tourism. Show Sam's stream. Holy shit. Sam, I was about to look. Okay. There's a big pussy. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. You know what I'm sharing? Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. I have the meow cam. Tugboat. Caledonia or something like that? Maybe not. Samoa?
I have another cat.
You have another cat. Ooh. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Samoa. It's more northwest. So Kiribati? 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 I love the baddie. Okay. Okay. What's that middle island that we have, like? So here we have Kiribati, and then we have like an island here. What's that island? It's Nauru? Nauru? Could be Nauru? Like tugboats? God damn, I'm fucking shit up here. Tonga? That makes no sense with those direction makes no sense. What the fuck is going on here? What? The
MB has a cat.
MB2. Meow 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 meow. We got a kitten. Those directions make absolutely no sense. It cannot be Tuvalu because Tuvalu we would have the .tv thing, but I think that it might be fucked. Tuvalu. All right, they don't include the .tv thing. Weird. Tugboats. What happened here? What the fuck? This is another one. This one was bad, okay. 35 billion with fertilizer, petroleum, cheese, sawwood, delivery trucks, raw iron, plastics, soybean, processed fish, soybean, glass, asphalt. Those are some clothing. I mean, Fuck. What is this? Animal product. Transportation. Metal. Machine. Wood product. Plastics and rubber. Foodstuff. Sausage. Edible preparation. Jam. Chocolate. Soybean meal. Why is it that big? Oh well, yeah, oh, they must export. Okay, makes sense. Vegetable. Cement. Toilet paper. Raw iron. Do we have raw aluminum in there too? Aluminum. Raw aluminum a little bit. Oh, they refine. Okay, they don't necessarily pull out of the ground their things. They refine it though. Is Australia that small of an economy? Maybe? Nope. Okay, so it's an EU country. Refine petroleum. Who will refine your petroleum? Hungary? Are we talking... I have no vision for how small or big Europe is. Are we talking about the Belarusi? Belarus? Oh, that makes so much sense now. With the fertilizer and the refined petroleum. Alright, alright. Fuck, this is so fun. One last time. What? 3.3 trillion? That's the US, right? Am I retarded? Like, I don't even need to check just the size of it. Unless we're talking about... Oh, maybe it's China. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. Does that not... oh, they're talking only about trade. Oh, that's why I'm retarded. Okay. 3.3 trillion in trade coming from the US. That would make sense. It's either the US or China. United State. It's China. Okay. And it's going to be India. No, okay. You're good, we're good. Oh, I'm retarded. I thought that it was the economy, but it's trade. Okay. We're good. We're good. Enough for today. It was a lot of fun. Okay, it was a lot of fun. We're gonna do code tomorrow, I guess. And I'll do some tonight. But in any case, I love you guys. I'll see every one of you another day. Okay? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, now your mic works.
Bye-bye.
Okay.